Hello everyone, a warm good evening to everyone. I, Atharva Kalse from Indo Science Education Trust, welcome you all for the fifth episode by veteran group captain Shrikant Walwadkar, sorry, extremely. So I request group captain Shrikant Walwadkar sir to start today's session.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, my viewers. Appreciate your love for our Bharat Ke Paramveer. Today we are into the fifth episode of Bharat Ke Paramveer. Let's start our journey. We're still on the 1947-48 Pakistan's first defeat from India. We'll continue till next episode. Let's start our journey to 1947. Let's board the flight, go to Srinagar. And from there, we'll go to Uri sector this time. Yes, as per our ritual, respect for every one of these 21 Paramveer diamonds in the necklace of our Bharat Mata. Respect and regards and recognition for the sufferings their families had gone through in their absence. And as a mark of respect, we salute these 21 Paramveer diamonds and Bharat Mata. Once again, brief summary of the Paramveer Chakra for 1947-48 first defeat of Pakistan. There were 5 Paramveer Chakra holders. Their names are given. Today, we are on the 4th Paramveer diamond, CHM, Company Havaldar Major Piru Singh Shekhavat, who was awarded by this highest gallantry award posthumously for his actions on 18th July 1948. These 5 episodes are dedicated to the unsung heroes martyred, injured, alive or no more during the 1947-48 war with Pakistan and their family members. India and every Indian, along with every generations, will remain indebted to these heroes of India. Lady officers of Indian Navy, they define the characteristics. Dynamism remains may it be Rajpath, Siachen, Galwan, 1947 or 2020 or the years to come. This is the character of Indian Armed Forces and will remain, because that's a pride. When we join the Armed Forces, we get 3 things. First thing we get is financial security. Second thing we get is the dignity in the society. And third thing one gets is purpose for living and purpose for dying. Today's our hero, Company Havaldar Major Piru Singh Shekhavat, Paramveer Chakra. Left side is his photograph, and on the right side is the statue at the National War Memorial in Delhi. Let's start knowing our hero, today's hero. Life before and immediately after joining the army. CHM Piru Singh Shekhavat was born on 20th May 1918, and on the 18th July 1948, after 30 years of his stay on this planet, he said goodbye and became Paramveer. He's present with us with his memories, through his memories. Second non-commissioned officer of army to be decorated with Paramveer Chakra posthumously. 20th May 1918, he was born at Rampura Beri of Churu district of Rajasthan. During British time, it was called as Rajputana. His father was a farmer. They had a large farm and family was involved in the farming. He was youngest of the 3 brothers and had 4 sisters, total 7. And amongst the brothers, he was the youngest. He joined school at the age of 6 years, but did not like the restrictions school would impose. He felt as if it's a punishment, and perforce, because everybody was going, he was part of it. Peer pressure, he used to go to school, but he never enjoyed that school. One day he had a difference of opinion, and at that young age, the difference of opinion gets converted to physical love. So he was punished by the teacher. He was a free-spirited person, happy-go-lucky child, And then he threw the his books or those writing material in the school and left the school once for all. And he never returned to school after that. He preferred to help father in the farm instead of sitting in the boring and restrictive classroom, putting restrictions. He was a free man. So he preferred to help his father in the farming. He was fond of hunting, roaming in the forests, and never returned to classroom studies. He grew in a well built and handsome young man. Hunting was his favorite time pass. He grew up listening the World War I stories from the elderly people in the village who had participated in the war, and this encouraged him to decide to join the army. I keep saying, what does armed forces offer you, youngsters, especially for you? Armed forces offer you, and everybody needs these three things in life. I will repeat it again. First thing one needs is the financial security. Armed forces offer you that. Second thing, armed forces offer you, and everybody needs is the dignity in the society, respect. And third thing, anybody from his life expects is the purpose for living. Just because I'm not able to die, so I am living is a very, very sad situation. So armed forces offer you this. So he tried to join the armed forces, but because he was very young, he was turned back twice. In the third attempt, at the age of 18, he got selected, and then he was enrolled in the 10th Battalion, 1 Punjab, on 20th May 1936 at Jhelum. That was the Britishers' army during that time. Post-training, he was posted to 5th Battalion of the same regiment, 1 Punjab. Developed interest in studies after joining army because the education in armed forces was more related to actions and practical knowledge which was required. So he developed interest in the studies and took education seriously after joining the army. He got promoted to Lance Nayak in 3 years and participated in Northwest Frontier actions during that period. This was his introduction to the combat actions. The early you get introduced to the combat actions in the armed forces, it is always better for you because it develops your personality, develops your attachment with detachment, that is detachable attachment to life, to the materialistic world. Within a gap of 1 year, he got promoted to the Nayak and then Havaldar. Outstanding sportsman, he played hockey, basketball, and cross country running interregimental and national level. In May 1945, he was promoted to CHM, Company Havaldar Major, was also given responsibilities of instructor till October 1945. This young boy at the age of 6, 7, who left the school because he was getting bored in the school, and he never returned to school. After joining army, he was a changed personality. He understood the importance of education, and the education that he was getting, he was passionate about it. And that's how one after other he was clearing the exams and getting promotions. So he became CHM, Company Havaldar Major, very responsible job. And the boy who in childhood, and this person who in childhood never liked school, became instructor also. In the armed forces, becoming instructor, you need to have a lot of qualities to teach the cadets and make them officers. So till October 1945, he was working at the training institution as instructor. In Japan, as a part of British Commonwealth Occupation Force, he participated. In 1945, he was sent to Japan as a occupational Commonwealth Occupational Force. He participated at the end of the war for 2 years in Japan. The idea was to bring back the war-ravaged country after the World War was over to normalcy at the earliest, under the leadership, under the eyes of British Commonwealth Occupation Force. In September 1947, he returned to India from the foreign assignment and was transferred to 6th Battalion of Rajputana Rifles. By the time we had got the independence, and after independence, 1 month, he returned to India from Japan. There was a distribution of armed forces, whatever the between Pakistan and India. There was a transfer of certain battalions, certain forces, and it was distributed amongst between India and Pakistan. So he remained with Pakistan and was transferred to 6th Battalion of Rajputana Rifles. Within 1 month, October 1947, war for the control of Jammu and Kashmir broke between India and Pakistan. And 6th Battalion of Rajputana Rifles was sent to Jammu and Kashmir to fight the Pakistan and push out them, the Pakistan army and the regulars from Jammu and Kashmir. CHM Piru Singh Shekhavat, along with his unit, were in Jammu Kashmir. They were flown from Palam to Srinagar. For majority of them, this was the first time they were flying in a plane, and that was a good feeling to stay away, to keep the mind away from the war worries. They were enjoying, everybody enjoyed. They landed in Srinagar, and then they were detailed to proceed to Uri as their area of operations. And beyond Uri, history was getting created. Actions of a Paramveer. October 1948, CHM Piru Singh Shekhavat returned from Japan, and within 1 month, in November 1948, his unit 6 Rajrif was sent to Srinagar by air and further to Uri sector to push the Pakistan army, and the Pakistan army encouraged irregulars, Pathans, back beyond Uri. He was ordered to march from Uri to Titwal and strengthen 163 Infantry Brigade across Nastachun Pass, height about 10,264 feet. As you go above the height, the oxygen levels are less, and one needs to have a acclimatization because your lungs are demanding the oxygen that you take in the planes. So it takes time for your lungs to adjust with the shortage of oxygen at that height. On the night of 11 July 1948, Bravo and Delta companies of Rajrif crossed the Deep Nala over a makeshift bridge made of a log. Engineering regiment was told to create a bridge over the Deep Nala so that the companies can go. However, they could not complete this, and in the night, 11 July, they crossed the Nala over a makeshift bridge. Some logs were put, and then he crossed over it. Darapari and adjacent feature were strategically located at a height around 11,481 feet. They were heavily defended by Pakistan Army irregulars and had to be acquired to avoid heavy casualties to our troops. Delta Company with CHM Piru Singh Shekhavat under the command of Lieutenant Colonel S.S. Kalam was tasked on 16 July 1948. Were told to capture Darapari, and Charlie Company was tasked to take over adjacent feature. So both the companies were given the task. On 18 July 1948, the path going to Darapari was very, very narrow, just 3 feet wide, 1 meter wide. And there's no question of, because both sides of this road, there were valleys. And this was the only road which was to take them to the top to fight with the Pakistan army. Imagine how challenging this road can be. You can't return. It's 3 feet wide, just 3 feet wide. It appears to be like one-way traffic, you can imagine. Leading to the top, nighttime march, there are no lights. And with this both sides, very, very deep valleys, soldiers moving silently to avoid getting detected by enemy. So they were given instructions, nobody will talk, no lighting of a matchstick, not even cuffing is allowed, because we don't want enemy to detect the Indian soldiers. There was an end report which was proved later on wrong. It said that these army, Pakistan army people have located themselves there, but they have not prepared the bunkers till then, and they're in the open, and one can go and easily fight with them. However, this intelligence report was wrong. All were carrying loaded guns and they were moving forward. Actual condition was the enemy had created 5 bunkers with 3 mmg overlooking sites, medium machine guns, and the only looking the only and narrow path from the where enemy was expected, that is Indian troops were expected, and they were in position to attack anybody trying to reach the destination. There's no return from the path. It's one way. You are moving forward, you have to move forward, that's all. There's no place to hide, there's no place to run away from, because both sides you have the valleys, deep valleys. Enemy was anticipating the attack. Once within range, uh, they started firing. Delta Company was completely unaware of this because the intelligence report had given different information. They were trapped in a miserable position. Within a matter of 30 minutes, 51 soldiers either were injured or killed to the MMG and grenade attacks and 2 and 3-inch mortars. Piru Singh, age 30, was in the front section. I realized that unless the MMG stops firing, the battle would be lost. And again, I told you, in that situation, it's like a nasha, my India, my Indians. I need to do anything and whatever is possible. So Piru Singh Shekhavat took the lead. He was fortunate to escape the bullets from the MMG, and but the hand grenades had done their job, and sharp nails of these hand grenades were piercing his body. He was bleeding from the uniform, and but again, the Josh is so much that these are very minor issues to be taken care of. So these, he was bleeding through his uniform, and his arms and legs are also very bleeding profusely. The necessity was that all the 3 mmg posts should be silenced. Then only the Indian troops can go and reach that post. It was essential. Now he takes the lead. He makes a dash to the nearest bunker where MMG was spitting the fire. Stain gun in his hand was firing, followed by entering the trench and bonneting the enemy soldiers. This is the character of armed forces. Once you decide that, okay, this, unless it is done, you'll be losing the war, you'll be losing your manpower. He gets up with his Sten gun, he moves forward and goes to the first bunker. He enters the trench and starts bonneting the enemy soldiers. First MMG stops firing. All his comrades are dead. He's the lone survivor in his section. Enemy fire is targeted at him, and grenade does its job. So after that, now the thing is, he comes out of the first trench, starts moving towards second MMG post. Again, firing is going on. His people are with him, and he's leading that section. But however, the firing from the enemy is so sharp. Again, he has to rush to the trench, enter into the trench, and start bonneting these people. Second MMG also is silenced by our hero, CHM Piru Singh Shekhavat, but at a very high cost. It is only Piru Singh Shekhavat is alive. Rest everybody is either injured badly or is killed in the action. He is a lone survivor. Now he has to move towards the third MMG post. He somehow he's also badly injured. He is hit by the bullets. but the task given is so overwhelming that these are of less importance. Piru Singh Shekhavat is wounded on his face and eyes. He is now beyond the pains of and bleeding. Remember, the stage has come where Piru Singh Shekhavat or anybody in his post would be overlooking his pains and feeling of the bleeding, etc. He doesn't notice blood dripping from his chin and seeping into the shirt collar. He comes out of the trench very in a difficult way, wipes the blood out of his eyes, and is moving towards the third trench. He's weak. A profuse bleeding has made him very, very weak. And then he's moving towards the next enemy position, that is third enemy position. He is losing the consciousness due to excessive blood loss. They are trying to shut the blood dripping into them. Strong willpower. Remember, this is the example of how mind can be strong. Strong willpower ensures that eyes remain open. With great difficulties, comes out of the second trench with the war cry of this six Rajputan rifles, Raja Ramchandra ki jai, because these are the motivating factors at that stage, which everything matters because he's losing his consciousness. Okay, he comes out, war cry of the battalion, pulls out a grenade and heads for a third bunker. Bullet hits him on the head. As could have challenges are there for these heroes. One bullet hits him on the head. Now Piru Singh Shekhavat is falling. In that position, he throws. He cannot reach the third enemy bunker. It's too late for him. So with all whatever power available in his limbs, and when the power, willpower, the strong willpower his mind is giving him, he hurls the grenade towards the third MMG post, and he falls down. His eyes are open. He's still alive. Strong willpower, but body is not cooperating. He's well on the way to kiss the ground. He manages to remove the pin and throw the grenade at the enemy post. Fallen soldier Singh Shekhavat keeps watching the trajectory and acceleration given to the grenade and praying that it should reach this desired destination and do its job that is desired from that thing. God listens to the prayers. God listens to the prayers of a dying soldier and grants him his last wish. The grenade thrown by Piru Singh Shekhavat, Piru Singh Ji, has names of all the enemy soldiers in the third bunker of it. This grenade, fortunately for Piru Singh Shekhavat, had reached the destination, and he sees that big blast it takes place, and the enemy, all soldiers are dead, and the third MMG is silenced. Now he prepares himself. Okay, he is now ready to die. Finally, Piru Singh Shekhavat closes his eyes. Charlie Company commander, who is watching him, witnesses this unmatched bravery, true to the traditions
Hello,
of
sir.
Indian Armed Forces. While
Hello.
directing fire in support of the attacking company, this Charlie Company commander witnesses the bravery of Company Havaldar Major.
Hello, Shrikant, sir. I request all the viewers to please keep joined as sir is having some technical issues, so he will join in a moment.
We are grateful to Piru Singh Shekhavat. बोलो, कोई problem? अरे अच्छा, होय काय? मग आता परत सुरू करायचं परत? ओके, मग कुठून सुरू करायचं का पहिल्यापासूनच? अच्छा, बर. लिव्ह म्हणजे ते हे कट कट करायचं का? म्हणजे एक्स क्रॉस दाबायचा का? ओके ओके, बर.
Yes, sir. You have joined. So don't leave. You have joined the meeting. So you are getting viewed. I think internet issues are there. So I request all the viewers to please be tuned. Sir will be joining in a minute. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. एक मिनिट हा. Where am I? Okay. Where do you start from?
We will start from where you left only.
Okay. Just a minute, huh? Just 2 minutes.
Yes,
Is the
yes.
recording नाही ना अजून?
Yes, we are recording it.
Just 2 minutes. Okay. Just 2 minutes, huh?
Yes, sir. So the audience are waiting.
Just
I
two
request all
minutes.
the
2 minutes.
audience to be tuned. Sir would be starting in a moment.
I'm ready.
Yes, sir. Can we share the screen?
Yeah. Is it
No,
not
it
clear?
isn't
No?
visible right now.
Just a minute. Okay. Mm, Am I visible? Share screen. Visible?
Yes, sir. We can continue.
Okay. Sorry, my apologies for the technical difficulty. But thank you very much. You have installed this.
Sir, please click hide.
Killer. Head killer.
Yes, can you please
नहीं
click the
जानता.
hide button? Yeah, yeah, it is. It is
Yeah.
done. Yeah, we can continue, sir. Thank you.
So good evening once again. Some technical difficulty, please pardon me. So our hero company Havaldar Major silences all the three MMGs which were doing damage to Indian troops and Indian willpower. So, but at very high cost. After seeing the third bunker getting blasted uh, by his hand grenade last before falling, he was thrown towards them. It does its job. The MMG is silenced. Enemy soldiers in the third bunker are dead, and then Piru Singh Shekhavat allows the Yana to take him away. We miss him, but this entire bravery was seen by the Charlie Company commander, and this is unbelievable and uncomparable bravery this gentleman has given. So I keep saying, which rank you join the armed forces is lesser importance than what you contribute while in the uniform. So for his bravery, he was an inspiring example, unmatched bravery and superhuman courage in the face of enemy. CHM Piru Singh Shekhavat is awarded the Paramveer Chakra. 6th Battalion Rajputana Rifles, the unit for Piru Singh Shekhavat was last posted, was also awarded the Battle Honor of Darapari. The then Chief Prime Minister of our country, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, writes a letter to the mother of Paramveer Piru Singh Shekhavat on behalf of all the Indians and their generations. He praises and he says, this is what India and Indians are proud of. Let's read the citation. South of the Etwal Delta Company, of which number 2831592 Piru Singh Shekhavat was Havaldar Major and was detailed to attack and capture an enemy occupied hill feature. The enemy had well dug in positions and had sighted his MMGs so as to cover all possible approaches. As the attack advanced, it was met with heavy MMG fire from both flanks. Volleys of grenades were hurled down from the enemy bunkers. Company Havaldar Major Piru Singh was then with the forwardmost section of the company, seeing more than half of the section killed and wounded within half an hour. He did not lose courage. With battle cries, he encouraged the remaining men and rushed forward with great determination onto the nearest enemy MMG position. Grenade splinters ripping his clothes and wounding him in several places, he continued to advance without the least regard for his safety. He was on top of the MNG position, wounding the gun crew with Sten gun fire. With complete disregard to his bleeding wounds, he made a mad jump on the MMG crew, bonneting them to death, thus silencing the gun. By then, he suddenly realized that he was the sole survivor of the section, and the rest of them either dead or wounded. Another grenade thrown at him wounded him in the face. With blood dripping from his face, wounds in the eyes, he crawled out of the trench, hurling grenades at the next enemy position and killing the enemies in that bunker. Gazette notification 8 press oblique 52 16 152. Wish to express my sincere thanks and acknowledge the following sources for their contribution in completion of this presentation. Photograph of the statue of National War at the National War Memorial. This is the source. Rawat Rachna Bisht, The Brave Paramveer Chakra Stories, Penguin Publishing House, India, 2014. Rawat Rachna Bisht, The Brave Paramveer Chakra Stories, translated by my friend Bhagwan Datar, Paramveer Gatha, Rohan Publications, Pune, 2017. I wish to show it to everybody in every episode because this is very, very important. We cannot forget our people. Soldiers don't die when bullets pierce their hearts and heads through their uniforms. They don't die when they fall before an enemy onslaught or even when they get buried in the trenches, staining the earth with their warm crimson blood. In other way, I would like to say, worshipping Mother India with their warm crimson blood after supreme sacrifice as a tradition of Indian Armed Forces. It is only when we forget their acts of bravery and or their families who are physically alive that the soldiers die. We should not forget Rachna Bisht Rawat in The Brave. Are you one of them? You should not be one of them. Thank you very much. This is the God for us, Tiranga, our India. So, Rashtraya Swaha, Idam Rashtraya, Idam Namama. Thank you very much. God bless you.